Nik Airball, a super high-stakes poker player well known for being loud and proud, and a guy who very much so encourages fast and fun play, was just caught in his own hypocrisy by tanking for about 24 minutes in a single hand. This should be illegal, especially considering he did not hesitate to call out Mariano, the well-known poker vlogger, for tanking for only about 3 minutes in comparison. Let's break down this story and get into the ridiculous excuses Airball came up with to justify this awful behavior and the reactions after. In the Hustler Casino live hand about 3 weeks ago now, Airball got into a bit of a spat or pissy party with Mariano for tanking with the second best starting hand in poker, pocket kings, in a pre-flop spot that seemed like a pretty easy call. That said, it was a 6-bet jam, which seems to pretty much always be aces. There was some argument for both sides, but at the end of the day, it wasn't 24 minutes.
You're gonna fold kings?
Yeah, dude, I thought you had aces.
All right, get me racks. I'm out. No,
Mariano is
fucking wait 3 minutes to call off with kings. What the fuck are we doing?
In the hand at the lodge, it starts off when Airball opens the 4 deuce of hearts in the hijack. The up-and-coming absolute maniac named Tesla calls in the cutoff with 9-8 off. Brown Balla calls, and another man named Stash, who, well, surprisingly does not have a very nice mustache, casually squeezes with 4-3 off from the big blind. Everyone calls besides Balla. Totally standard plays for this game. The flop comes king 7-5 flush draw. Action checks around. The turn comes the 6 of hearts. A pretty crazy card, as now Stash has the second nut straight. Airball has an open ender with a flush draw, but Tesla has the absolute nut straight.
This pot's heating up.
What a turn card, 6 of hearts. The one card that could spark all of this action.
To reflect this crazy turn card, action goes bet 5k, Airball re-raising to 16,500k, and Tesla 3-betting the flop to 31,625k.
5K from Stash. 16. Tesla announced Taste the Rainbow. 31,625. I believe that's one chip of every denomination.
Both Stash and Airball make the call.
3 ways to the river.
This pot's ballooned to over $100,000. We don't even know what the river is yet. Offsuit 3, Tesla with the stone nuts, and both of his opponents have a straight. Once again, Tesla has maneuvered his way into a profitable situation, and he's going to bet $125,000.
Now any 4 makes a straight. With slightly over 100k in the pot, Tesla bets over pot for 125k. Stash does not take too long to make the call, but to say Airball goes into the blender would be quite the understatement.
Tesla up out of his seat.
We're going to get the signature Tesla pose here, I imagine.
Stash still seated. Where's Tesla going?
I'm gonna need at least a few minutes. That's fine. Just at least a few minutes, maybe 5 or 10. That's fine. Can you spread the pot?
Turns out at least a few minutes ends up being way more than that, so I'm not going to put you guys through all of that anguish. Let's speed it up and show the interesting parts.
I can talk, right? Because I'm not gonna raise. Doesn't influence the action, right? Okay, so. I think so. I'm pretty sure I have you beat. I think you have like a set of kings or something. Which is no good, obviously, when I'm in the tank. 50.
I don't know. Behind closed doors.
70, 80, 90.
A classic.
We are behind closed doors.
100,000.
We are behind closed doors.
I like how this dude Tesla literally whips out a book and starts reading.
I fold and I have the best hand. I would commit suicide.
You're my new hero.
Thank you.
I'm kicking.
That's a factor.
What a horrible, horrible situation in here for Airball. Tesla, wild man.
Give a shout out to my kids right
Trying to get a read by the fireplace?
y'all watching.
Off of this man?
Love my wife.
The other red 3, they all die. They do. They all die. It's the other red 3. Everyone dies. And I thought that this might be a problem on the turn, which is that if I get there in a weird way, it wouldn't be there. 25, 50, 100, 200. I guess I raised, yeah. He called. Oh, yeah, you called. He squeezed. I called. He called. You folded. Flop. King 7-5. They went check, check, check.
Hey, did I river you? Where's my?
Turns a 6 of hearts. He bets 5K. I make it 16-5. He makes it
Oh man,
the rainbow.
a tough one.
He calls the rainbow. 5,000. Check the flop. Call the rainbow. What do you have that checks the flop and calls the rainbow? Just had a set of kings, huh? Like, what if you guys both have sets? Oh my god. Now I'm like talking myself into calling. With 9-8 to trap me in? No, right?
0 by chance?
You just want to be all in. Can we make the bets right? Just so I can see the stack situation.
Is this the?
Sorry, Steph. You're good, dude.
This guy's stash is absolutely dying on the inside.
Okay. So you have 40, you have 50, you have 60 more. I mean, I guess you can't have 9-8, right? You can't have 8-4. I'm pretty sure I beat you, Steph. Okay, so if I beat you, kind of like I'm getting a better price on a call. Tesla has to be bluffing way less. But you got Tesla.
A hope and a prayer, man. Hope and a prayer.
Last time you had a hope and a prayer, you fucked on me.
I mean, you said you weren't going to fold anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, buddy. This is a weird hand.
Yeah, I thought I was going to get stashed to fold, and I was incorrect.
Yeah. This is a weird hand.
This speech from Tesla has to be so strong.
I feel like we're about to just give Tesla a lot of money. What would you do with the set, Tesla?
Pretty dry board. I might bet 125.
Sorry, guys. I hate taking this long, but I really don't know what I want to do. Such a weird hand.
Don't ever recall airball in the tank for this long. In any hand.
It's a nightmare here.
What have you had before? There's just so much disaster in this hand. It's just, this is a fucking train wreck, sorry. God, the other red 3. Just snap, you guys. This is like one of the tougher decisions I've had in a while. It's like, I really don't know.
At least I feel good about that.
Airball now trying to decide if he has stash beat or not.
I have a straight. Like, I don't know. Like, I have a fucking straight.
It's a weird hand if you think about what Stash has, by the way.
How did we even get here? Look at these hands, Doug.
As a set. Sorry, guys.
Chat screaming for the clock.
After literally over 20 minutes, there begins to be a concern that the live stream will catch up to the actual delay. The owner of the lodge, Doug Polk, goes from commentating on this insane poker hand to needing to visit the floor himself to start the clock on Airball.
You know, I think we might be getting close to
Our delay.
our delay, so I'm just gonna go make sure that doesn't happen. I'll be back.
I've like come super close to calling and super close to folding, both, like really close. Like almost said fold and I almost just threw the chips in each one time.
Cool story, bro. Now do something.
Nobody at the table has asked for clock yet.
Yeah, I think this is pretty insane. No one's called clock by now. This isn't like a $1 million decision.
A lot of respect at this table for one another, though. You love to see it.
Yeah, sure, this may be true, but you have to keep in mind this is a live stream and the viewers really don't want to watch a guy tank for over 20 minutes.
One would have to wonder, though, if Airball was spectating this hand, if he would have called clock himself by now. How long has this hand been going?
It is now the longest hand in live stream history.
I just don't think I can fold. Tesla, buddy, I don't think I can fold, man.
Probably couldn't fold a straight either.
So we're getting dangerously close to being caught up to live. So I'm not trying to pressure. I just, at some point, the entire world will know what everyone has in this hand. So we got to make a decision here in the next like 2-ish minutes.
Sure.
Okay. That's pretty funny. Not being real. I was thinking that. Don't come here starting no trouble.
I'm not trying to start. I'm trying to prevent trouble.
Doug, text me what they have.
Well, we don't have cards. So I don't know.
2 minutes.
I'm just curious, if he does call, is it the biggest hand? No. No? Okay. Oh,
What a question from Tesla.
I think we would still have the biggest one.
Tesla wants that honor.
Oh, no, I lost a 700K pot. No, not even close.
This is Doug's room, so he's got to play the biggest part, right?
There's 2 of you, and I just don't like it. I don't know. I feel like I always call here, and I always just get shown 8-9. Just some fucking 8-4 bullshit. I almost just threw it in. It's the best hand I ever have, right?
It's the 5th time he stood up out of his chair. Doug is about to give the countdown.
I like how you identified that you have stash beat, but I'm the variable here.
All right, I don't know how long the hand's about to go on there, so I'm just going to start 60-second timer. You have a watch, right? All right.
Clock is now
See here?
1
Okay, you have
minute
60
now.
seconds now. Probably have a little longer, but I don't want to risk the overlap.
It's fine. Just let me know when I have 10, please.
Yep, I'll count you down. 45 seconds. Thirty seconds. $15 seconds. Your hand's going to be dead in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Fold.
1.
He makes the fold. Tesla is going to show the nuts.
Stash sees the bad news.
$353,000 pot goes to Tesla. Could have been more.
You do 4 clubs?
Still a giant pot.
Ace 4.
Oh, 3-4, yeah. 3-4 makes sense. I had king 9 offsuit.
Gotta love Brown Baller saying he had king 9 offsuit. Like, cool.
I had king 9 offsuit.
Nick finds a way to get away at the buzzer.
Best fold I've ever seen too, man. I thought for sure I was getting way paid there.
I'll be honest, I thought Stash had set of kings or set of 6s, and I was worried he might have like a set as well.
As we saw, Airball ends up making the correct decision and folding. Hooray! From my brief research, it appears he is the new record holder for longest tank ever in a live streamed or televised poker hand. Who knew such a high honor would go to a man like Airball, who clearly does not practice what he preaches? Previously, the title went to someone for tanking at the 2022 WSOP main event for 19 minutes, which, although still crazy, had truly life-changing money at stake. For Airball, this pot was small. Now, he would argue it wasn't about the money, but rather being correct. I would also add that Airball says he is normally fast and would only take long in a big spot. I get it was a really big spot, but 24 minutes long? I mean, come on, right?
I mean, I've tanked a long time in certain hands, like a long time, but no one ever complains because I always play fast. And then when I want to take my time, I can. But if you always take your time, it's unreasonable then to expect even more time in certain spots. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Cool, but I have a feeling he will look back at this moment and regret taking as long as he did. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, I've got more coming, so be sure to hit the subscribe button.
Get racks then. I'll see you later. Okay, get racks. Okay. I mean, you won't see me later because you'll just never play with me again.